Hey, hello, hello, hello. How the hell is everyone doing? It's the weekend. That's a good thing. At least when I'm filming this, it's the weekend. It is April 22nd, 2023. We're literally, like a week? A week away from April being done and over, which means we are, I believe, officially into spring. Well, by that time, I can't remember when your first day of spring is. It's either just happened or it's coming up here soon. I don't remember exactly, but we're definitely getting rain here in this area that you'd associate with spring, which is not a bad thing. I just planted a bunch of seeds and stuff out in some planters. Since I got my privacy fence up out back, I've decided I'm going to add some amenities to the backyard and make it kind of an outdoor room. So I already got my fire pit or my fire table out there. Once I got it all put together and everything, I found what I thought would be the perfect spot where it's a good, not a good distance, but enough of a distance away from the chairs so that you're not, if you're walking and stuff, you don't have to worry about being too close to it. But still close enough to where you can feel a little bit of the heat off of it. And part of it, I think, is just psychosomatic. Because, if you're outdoors and you got a fire going, it's not blowing a lot of heat out. Most of it's just going up. And this one in particular, it has the glass little like partition thing that goes around it. It's kind of a wind barrier. So if you set it, because you got to turn it up, you got to turn it to low as you're hitting the igniter. Once it ignites, you can turn it up to high. But then once it runs for a minute, you can turn it and adjust the flames down to where they're not, down below the. It's about that high, the glass partition. So it's down below that, but then on each corner of the partitions of glass, there's a little open area. In the corners where they come together and they got clamps, so you still get a little bit of heat coming out the side, but you don't have to worry about the wind blowing the flames and stuff. Okay, but obviously you're not getting a lot of heat. You wouldn't want to go out there and fire it up in the winter in Ohio because it's not going to do anything for you as far as keeping it warm. But for spring, summer especially, and even fall. It's good. I think it does put out a little bit of heat. Obviously, the aesthetics of it, an actual flame. I'm going to have to keep my eye out, and when my neighbors are out sometime, I'm going to have to let them know, hey, just to let you know, that if one summer night you happen to be upstairs and you see some light flickering, like flame, don't panic. You don't need to call the fire department. Okay, nothing's on fire. Well, technically, the propane is on fire because that's what creates the flame. But there's nothing being destructive here. It's contained because I don't want them, seeing it out of like peripheral vision and thinking something's on fire without actually knowing what it is. So, but yeah, I think that's the psychosomatic part. Is that another part of it is. If you're there and you got the flame going and you're sitting out around it, especially if you're, you have a couple people and you're all sitting there, and even if it's chilly out and you're not really feeling a lot of heat off of it, it can kind of trick your mind and therefore the rest of you into actually feeling warmer because you're not thinking about it. You're talking to people and the flame is there to kind of give you that thought that you're by a fire. Well, that's one thing. And then of course I'm my planters and stuff. I'm going to have some plants and some flowers and stuff like that to again aesthetics outside. I got a real long planter that right now has some unfinished wood on top of it. That guy I do some landscaping work for. He was just throwing it away. Well, I thought, well, if he's going to throw it away, I'll just take it because it's flat cut wood, but it's it's taken out of, it's not like finished, it's not processed, it's not straight cuts and stuff like that. It's cut in a thin, about like an inch and a half plank in their, in their cut sideways, so they got fairly straight edges on both sides, but then like the ends are still just like the rough shape. So it's like if they took like a big 1.5 inch thick part of a tree trunk, okay, and then cut it into some strips. That's what these are. So I think I'm gonna cut them down into smaller pieces so that I can store them in my wood shop. But then then they'll be out of the way, and then that big planter, I'm actually going to plant some like radishes, some other vegetables and stuff like that. Because I did radishes last year, and they did phenomenal. And I love radishes. But yeah, and then I want to look around and maybe get some decoration for out there. I'm thinking maybe hit some of the thrift stores, antique shops, stuff like that, and try to find some old like advertising signs, some like actual like metal ones, and they don't have to look perfect. I mean, preferably maybe some that have a little bit of rust on them, that are look a little weathered, like automotive or like soda or beer, stuff like that. And then I'm just going to put that on the inside of the privacy fence. Yeah, so there we go. Rambling against about projects at the house again. But hey, I don't have anyone else to talk to. It's just the dog, and she don't freaking listen to me unless I've eaten. And I don't think she really cares about this stuff anyway. I mean, even if she's listening, I don't think she really cares. As long as she gets the things she needs, food, water, the occasional treat, the ability to go outside when she needs to, then I think she's happy. As far as it's all this other crap I do around the house, I don't think she really cares. Alright, what I'm here to do is open up the Horrorpack Blu-ray this will be for April. You'll find all the information down below about Horrorpack. It is a monthly subscription box. You can find it at horrorpack.com. They offer two versions. They offer a regular DVD version and then the Blu-ray version. I get Blu-ray just because, better quality. Technically, you could subscribe to both of them because they don't do the same movies on DVD as they do on Blu-ray each month. I choose just the Blu-ray. The regular DVD version is, as of right now, of course, eventually the price might go up. It's gone up once, so eventually it might go up again. Everything's going up these days. But right now, $24.99 for the DVD version with free shipping in the continental United States, and $29.99 for the Blu-ray version with free shipping. Not a bad deal when you break it down. You get 4 DVDs or 4 Blu-rays. So it's a pretty good price when you break it down. So you're paying like $7.25, right? Yeah, you're paying roughly $7.25 per Blu-ray. Now, if you want to include the shipping in there, actually that is with the shipping, right? Yeah, that is with shipping. If you don't include the shipping, then it would be it'd be $1 less per Blu-ray, but might as well include the shipping. So even with shipping, you're only paying $7.25 for a Blu-ray. That's a pretty good deal. Now, obviously, they'll all be in the horror genre, and every month they have, whether you get DVD or you get the Blu-ray version, one of the movies you get is a limited edition, which can mean one of several things. It could be like a nationwide release, but there's something special about it with the one they're including, either maybe a slipcover, or it's got an extra bonus feature, or something like that. Or it can be an actual movie that literally the only place you can get it is through Horrorpack. So a lot of independent films. is what you normally find with that. You're not likely to find a big like blockbuster horror movie that's only being released through Horrorpack. Every once in a while, they do have signed versions, signed by the director or the producer or cast members. So that's really cool. All right, so let's dive in. Yeah, you know, I've been really lucky. I think there's only been like, I've been a subscriber for, I want to say like 2 years now, 2.5 years, something like that. And I think there's only been like 1 or 2 times where I actually got a movie that I already had. But even then, I didn't have it on Blu-ray. I had it on regular DVD. So when I got on Blu-ray, I could just get rid of my DVD and keep it on Blu-ray. First one is Trapped. Huh. I've never heard of this one. But it's got some big names in it. Charlize Theron. Courtney Love. Stuart Townsend and Kevin Bacon. Fear Strikes Back. Cool. Print's too small. I was going to try to see the date of when this came out, but yeah, maybe you can see the date on there somewhere. I mean, looking at Kevin Bacon, it looks like this might be a little bit older. Maybe because he looks a little bit younger than he is, how he looks right now. Yeah. Cool. Number 2. Is that right? Okay, yeah. Thought it was upside down. Oh, here we go. Horrorpack Signed. This is called 73 Minutes. It's a Horrorpack original. So this was a movie that was not only done for Horrorpack, but maybe Horrorpack actually had some hand in the production or the maybe at least the financing of this movie. And it is signed. And there is a signature there on the back. And it looks like it is signed by well, it's signed by the director, but I can't read. Is that Lola? I don't know. It probably won't focus enough on it. There, well, it's focused for a second. Looks like L-O-L-I or L-J. Simone. That's kind of cool. Yeah. And this ain't like a sticker or anything. It's actually, they actually, put that white band on the when they designed the label specifically so that they could actually Sharpie their signature on there. Number 3. To Your Last Death. Wow, this one looks good. Oh, it's got Marina Baccarin in it. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. Obviously, I know her best. Became a big fan of hers originally from the Firefly series. A wonderful series that was cut way too short. It should have went for multiple seasons. Some people may not agree with that, but I loved that season. Some people might not like it just because Joss Whedon, who has had some controversy. I understand that. But I don't think, regardless of what he's had or what he's done in personal or behind the scenes, which I don't know. I wasn't there, so I don't know how much of it is true or how it's been sensationalized or what. But I just, I base it on how I enjoy a show. And I really like the Firefly series and then Serenity, the movie. I loved her performance in it. And of course, then she showed up. I mean, she's been in a number of things, probably, but I know her that from that first, and then I know her from, obviously, Deadpool. Yeah. Looks like it's got William Shatner in it, too. Ray Wise. Bill Moseley. It looks like it's animated. Oh, this might be pretty cool. This will probably look really good on my big screen, on my big 120-inch projector screen. All right. And the last movie Blu-ray in this month is Proxy. Says it's a worthy successor to Rosemary's Baby. Zach Parker's Proxy. Motherhood can be its own affliction. There's the back. It's a little creepy. Over 45 minutes of additional Blu-ray exclusive bonus features, behind the scenes featurettes, extended interviews, trailer. Cool. Alright, well that was it. That is the Horrorpack Blu-ray for the month of April 2023. If you're into horror and you're like me or old school, you like having the actual DVDs, Blu-rays. Of course now we got 4K. I'm not going to jump on a full 4K wagon until it's readily available, and eventually it probably will get to the point. That's providing something else don't come out before it can get a real foothold and they start releasing everything on 4K. Right now it's, I mean, if you go look for 4K at the store, I mean, they got a reasonable selection, but it's nowhere what they're releasing on Blu-ray and even still on regular DVD. I think it's cost-wise, it might not be, as time goes by, I'm sure that will get cheaper to release it on 4K, because then you look at the next big thing coming out. But for now, I'll stick with Blu-ray. Make sure you go over to Horrorpack, check them out. Again, if you like having actual Blu-rays, you can't beat it. It's an incredible price. You get all kinds of movies. Of course, it'd be nice if maybe somehow you could get like an extra day included with these. Like some time to actually sit back and watch movies, which I don't really have. But eventually I will. One day I will be able to just sit and I'll have everything done. I'll be able to have a weekend, just one day, and I just get up early, have a good breakfast, and then just sit and watch horror movies all day. One of these days I will do that. But not right now. Alright, that's it. You'll also find information down below about everything about me. Well, not everything about me, but my business, the Old Treasure Isle. I sell through Macari, Poshmark, whatnot. You'll find information about that down below. Please check me out on all of those avenues. You might find something you want. I actually just sold a Vibe turntable, USB turntable. So I got to get it boxed up tomorrow and shipped out on Monday. So that was the only one I had, though. Okay. A lot of items I have for sale, I only have one of. So, except for Funko Pops. There are some Funko Pops that once I sell one through like Mercari, I can go back in. You know, once that person gets it, gives me a rating and so forth, then I'll go back and relist it because I have multiple of those particular ones. So, all right, check everything out. Check out Horrorpack. Subscribe to this channel if you're not a subscriber. Hit that all notification bell. If you did enjoy the video, if you're a big horror geek like me, by all means, give me a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm going to go order some pizza and just relax for the rest of the evening. So I can put in, try to, hopefully, it's going to be a little bit colder tomorrow. I'm going to try to get out and get some more work done on my edging. So wish me luck with that. As always, look out for yourself and everyone around you so we all have a much better chance at staying safe and healthy.